Hello and welcome back to another video of IELTS writing task 1, also known as report writing. Now you people must have understood it. So in this video we are just gonna work on the line graph which is already shown to you guys. Let's begin with it. How the line graph is there and we need to understand it. The first line, the black line, is of the Japan. The red one, dotted line, is of the China. And United States has a very slight and light dotted line, and the least which we have is the on the bottom line which we have is of the India. So now here we have a question. The line graph below shows the percentage of Australian exports to four countries: Japan, China, US and India from 1990 to 2012. Summarize the information by selecting and reporting the main features and make comparison where relevant. Now, before we get into the introduction part, I just want to tell you that before you write in the paper in the real exam, you have to understand the line graph, bar chart, pie chart, or whatever the process diagram is given to you. Give yourself 2 to 3 minutes, understand it, and then go towards the writing part. In the introduction you just have to paraphrase the question and write the overview. Let's get into the paraphrased version. The line graph illustrates the percentage of Australian exports to four countries: Japan, China, US, and India from 1990 to 2012. Overall, now the underlined version is the overview. So, overall, while exports to to Japan declined steadily, those to China increased significantly. Now, see, you people will say why the lines are underlined. So, here I have underlined it for you guys, how you people need to read it carefully. That I have written Japan declined steadily, those to China increased significantly. See how I have used the variety of words. Whereas now here is the connector. Figures for the US and India remained relatively stable with slight growth for India. See how I have written the words, I have chosen the words, and this is the overview. Let's get into the body paragraph. Here you're gonna say that why the words are highlighted. So these are for your understanding what kind of synonyms I have used. So this highlights the synonyms, the connectors, and how complex sentences are made. So here, initially, Japan was Australia's main export destination, accounting for 30%, accounting for over 30% in 1990. Now you can check the line graph which is given to you, shown to you. However, connector, conjunction, this fell gradually. How the words are connected here fell gradually to around 19% by 2020. In contrast, again connector, conjunction, exports to China rose sharply. At first, I've written fell gradually, now rose sharply, surpassing Japan's share by 2010 and reaching about 30% in 2012. And is the connector here connecting to the sentences, two clauses. Meanwhile, the proportion exported to the US, instead of writing percentage, I've written proportion. The proportion exported to the US dropped slightly from nearly 18% to 15%, while India's share, which was negligible in 1990, climbed to appropriately 9% by the end of the period. So, here I have told you all that why the words are highlighted or bold. Here, the word negligible means insignificant, and you people can just read it. After the conclusion part, I have made a slide for you people that the whole task 1 is there. You can read that whole and with the understanding of the line graph as well. Coming towards the conclusion, in summary, Australia shifted its main trade focus from Japan towards China over the period, while exports to the US and India saw minor changes. Now you can study the graph here, line graph here, that how Australia shifted its main trade focus from Japan towards China. See how the line of Japan is declining and how the dotted line of China is rising, while the exports of the US and India saw minor changes. How the lines are, the India line and the line of India is fluctuating, whereas the going up and down very slightly, whereas the dotted line of dotted line of, where is it, US, yeah, it came down and then a very steady motion. So now we have a slide of the whole task 1, as well as the line graph is mentioned and given to you. You can pause the video, study it thoroughly, make yourself understand how the words are used, why there are the underlined in sentences, why the words are colored, how I have written each and everything, what kind of synonyms are used. Coming towards the four criteria evaluation: task, response, cohesion and coherence, grammatical range and lexical resource. The words which you use, that are the synonyms. For example, instead of shows I have used illustrates, trade, exports, destination, market, then declined, fell, rose sharply, the increased significantly, surpassed, overtook. Talking about grammatical range, so we have used variety of tenses, passive voice, complex clauses, which you can highlight it or see it by when I have used which, whereas, while. So after these we have, after this, like, this is the connector between, so we have the complex clauses. Then cohesion and coherence, the logical idea between and the linkers that are used overall, whereas, however, in contrast, while, in summary. Task, response, whatever is asked from you guys in the question, address that in the answer simply. This was all about my video. Thank you so much for watching and subscribe to my channel.